Seat. Okay, so we didn't make a ton of money, but for us it's already a very important sign because we did 93 million in operative. The good news about it is first that we did that without the impact of the new products, like for example the Ateca. So when you consider that Ateca will come into the game, we will facelift the Leon, we will be launching the Ibiza first semester of 2017, and then we will launch in second semester 2017 the leader brother of the Ateca called Arona. I think it's very likely that 2016 will be a profitable year, that 2017 will be a very special year for Seat, and then in 2017 we will get the full impact of this product offensive completed. So now to push myself on 2019-20, I wouldn't do it right now. But the news is that in the next 2 years and a half, I think we will see a positive trend for Seat from a profitability point of view. As you know, this has always been one of the, let's say, big question marks, kind of, on the brand in the group. So at least we have been able to take this thing out of the table as a discussion. And internally, obviously, this has changes the mindset of the people, because the people don't feel themselves like losers anymore. So they come into the field with a completely different attitude. The other opportunity that I see is, because we don't have to play fire brigade in the next 2-3 years, to cut costs, to do this and to do that, then we probably will have the time to concentrate and think about what will be the role of Seat within the group and within the market on the next lap. Okay, so I'm talking about from 2019 onwards. Okay, and as you know better than I, because you are super experts, there will be a lot of things happening in the automotive industry in the next 5 to 10 years, right? You have a lot of disruptive trends, technology, electrification, connected car, autonomous driving, but also, things in distribution will change.
Ownership will change.
Ownership will change. So in the consumer, so mobility, etc., etc. So now you could see that, oh shit, there's something new coming, and everything is gonna, all the ranking and all the things will completely change. For us, as a small emerging brand that has much more to win than to lose from a change, maybe it's an opportunity. That's what I'm trying to motivate the team to say. Okay, this time, guys, we're not going to be followers, but we're going to pick up one of those things, and in that one, we're going to try to be the best one in the group, and then one of the best one in the market. Okay, that's the kind of idea. Now, what we're talking about? I think out of the 3 technological trends, electrification and autonomous driving and connected car, the first 2 will be fast follower. Okay, will not be leading the game, but we have a huge advantage. And this is the advantage that we are part of the Volkswagen Group. If you see other brands of the same size of Seat that has to start from scratch, invest in developing this technology, we can go to the group supermarket, take some of the things, combine it for us, which is a huge advantage in terms of speed and in terms of investment. Yeah, I think you agree. If I am too quick or it's not clear, please interrupt. So on the electric car, I think we need to do it, and I think we need to do it before 2020, so before the new rules come in, for 2 reasons. One is that because of the discussion on the CO2 regulation moving into real driving emission, etc., we will have to probably hybridize one of our volume engines, okay? And the second one will have probably to have an electric car. Which car, when, etc., don't ask me, because I can't say. We are still in the kitchen. But 12 months ago, the debate was not relevant for us. Today, I tell you, yes, this is relevant, we have to do it. On the piloted driving things, when you look at the technology, it's a lot of hardware, computing power, memory capacity, etc. So it's a lot of costly equipment goes into a car. When I was at Audi, Audi makes a lot of sense to give the ultimate technological gadget to his customer. That's what they want. They want to feel they have the latest ultimate technology, and they want to feel like a private jet pilot that can push the button, etc. But for a set customer, to have something that maybe, at the beginning will cost you 10,000 euro, okay, to put radar, sensor, lasers into the thing, I think we will not find a lot of them. So what our attitude is different. We say maybe some of the function of those new systems we can pick and focus on the things that can, let's say, give a real valuable benefit to the consumer. Something that people are ready to pay for or they pretend. Example, safety. So if out of the bouquet of 100 things that you can do with an autonomous driving car, we only pick the function that parks the car in the highway if the car sees that you're sleeping because you're too tired, then I focus on this. It's just an example. It's not that I'm saying that this is stuff, but we will have to be selective on the thing. On the connected car, it's a different story, because connected car is about combining, complementing the hardware with software, basically, and with ability to create an ecosystem. It's not a question of money. It's more about a question about having the right idea, identifying, what is the right partner, and focus on what are the function and the things that would be interesting for a customer. When you put, let's say, when you move them from the iPod to the iPhone, when you put another not connected product into the middle of an ecosystem. And in that field, we would like to be some kind of front runner, okay? Because we really see two things. We see a clear benefit for the consumer, and we see, because of this, we also see the opportunity of doing additional business from today, okay? If I start, in the automotive industry, we don't know who's driving a car. So there is no connection between the consumer and the product. Yeah. So if you start connecting the product, the person, or your customer with the product with other products, car to infrastructure, car to retail, and you connect all of them together, for sure there will be, and maybe other third parties that will be involved into the thing, banks, small startups, whatever, operator, etc. For sure, from this multiple transaction, there will be some money moving. And then the question is, what are the transactions possible, and what is the part that I keep in my pocket? Okay. So, on this field, we, as I said, we want to become front runner. We have the privilege of being in Barcelona. Barcelona is a very advanced city for this kind of things. One of the smartest cities in the world. So our intention is to use Barcelona as a platform and to connect the company, to open up the company also to other stakeholders or operators, and we are doing this. We create an organization internally we call Easy Mobility Team, which is engineers, designers, business development people, marketing people, data scientists, software engineers, etc., just to engineer that ecosystem. Okay. And we started in June, and it's very early, but it's clear that this is the core of, let's say, of a movement that will come. Okay, and Barcelona will be our proving ground at the beginning. What is the intention there? The intention is very simple: is we want to become the one that make the the mobility experience the easiest in the industry. We made some research, and we realized one thing, that when we were 18, for us, license and the car was freedom, was access, was possibilities, right? Now the bloody thing has become, speed limit, traffic jam, find the parking, insurance, complicated technology, etc. So the people seem to perceive the automotive industry as a very complex one, to the level of insurance business. So that's what some research tells to us. So I think we need to go back to the time where the experience is, and nobody positions itself 100% on this thing. And it's not only a question of marketing, it's a question of how you design your organization, your product, your services, your processes, to be able to deliver something that is damn easy to experience. Okay, so that's the idea, and the ecosystem and the connected car will probably one of the ways, but also the other. I drive an electric car. I have one prototype built by Rabe of an electric set. It's the only one. I can tell you, it's a different experience. It's very easy. You just have to. Yeah, it's very, very easy. You don't even have to brake.
It's doing it by itself.
Yeah, and so I think that's the story. We will not lose our southern flavor, emotion, dynamism, sportiness, etc. We will build on it. And we will not, let's say, escape from, or even I would say we will strengthen the idea that Seat is an access brand for the Volkswagen Group. We have by far the lowest customer, let's say, base, 10 years lower than the average in the market. So that means if we listen to our customer, we probably see things 10 years before. And we have
younger,
and we are, let's say, we have very high conquest rates. That means we bring a lot of new customers from other brands into the group. My job is to make that door more sexy, more attractive, and to make that door bigger. Okay, but there is a clear role for, once we have solved the issue of profitability and performance, there's a clear role for the Seat brand in the group. That's